Continuation.
Wow.
Your
Throwback.
your EP that you put out with guitar player Dontavious Turner.
Man.
So tell me how that process was.
Man, that was really just like a passion project. I was like, man, I don't have anything of my own out.
I dig, yeah.
I just want to put something out. At the time, I was listening to a lot of Tom Misch, a lot of Maxwell. You know the producer Maxwell?
I don't.
Bro, he's dope. He's it's Maxwell but without the vowel. So like MXWLL, I think. Super dope. Like just producer, like production, but like also live elements. But also the drums hit real hard. So I was listening to a lot of that kind of stuff, but I didn't want to do it by myself. I could have done it, but it wouldn't have been in the spirit of collaboration. I just wanted to collaborate with other people because my idea too was like I have so many killing friends, like all of my friends are just killing. So like why not?
Bro, I dig because we have a lot of crossover. We have some crossover, but all of we know a lot.
You ever think about that though? Like you really sit back and be like, yo, all my friends are like actually really dope.
Man, that's why. That's why I hired them. Like that's why. Definitely, when I did my album, I was like, I could reach out to other people who are killing in other circles, but like my friends, I think are just as good, and they can get what I need to get done.
Even I feel like they're so killing because you know them too. Like you know you play with them so much to it. Like I know your style. You know what I mean? So with DT, like I just love the way he played guitar. Yeah, like he's just dope. So I reached out to him. I was like, hey, I want to do like a 4 or 5 track. I think it's 5 tracks. 5-track EP. This is style. I had a couple ideas of my own. He had a couple scratch ideas he had. We just collabed. Had a couple sessions and just put it out.
I dig it, bro. Yeah, would you do that again? Or would you do, or if you were to do an album, what would it be like? If you want to do another album. I feel like you should. Yeah. You should.
I do want to do an album.
I feel like you should, bro.
I want to do one.
I'm always a proponent of I'm a proponent of encouraging people to do, oh man, I think I should do this, but I don't know. I'm always a proponent of like, go and try it.
You do it, yeah.
But like, I'm always going to encourage my musicians. I was like, yeah, you should do an album.
Yeah.
Or like an EP. Important. You should have like you said, like, oh, you don't have a body of work that represents you as yourself. Yeah. But I'm like, I think like that's important to have. Because there'd be musicians, they play for everybody. But there's nothing that's like, this is my name on it. This is me.
That's real. I feel like when I do another album.
There we go.
I don't know, man. I don't see myself doing one like soon. But I feel like if I did one now, I feel like the sound would be very interesting because I've been listening to so much stuff. I've been into a lot of acoustic music lately.
Okay, like who?
I've been listening to like a lot of old John Mayer, bro.
You know he's doing an acoustic tour.
You lying?
He literally just announced this like this week, like State Farm Arena, like he's doing an acoustic tour. Bro, tickets are probably on sale like right now, so you should jump on that.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a mix of that and I don't know, man. It'd be a hodgepodge of a lot of just stuff that I like listening to right now. I feel like now I've been like on some nostalgic vibes, like just listening to like stuff I listened to back in the day. Been listening to a lot of Yellow Jackets as well. Yeah, a lot of Yellow Jackets. So I don't even know what the sound would be, but I feel like it'd be different than if I made the album in like 5 years because I'm gonna be in a whole nother mind space, bro. But I'm definitely gonna do one. I'm gonna do one.
Would you? And it would be like more produced, or this would be like live?
I feel like it'd be live. I feel like it'd be live.
You think you know who you would want on it? They're not set in stone, but like if you had or okay, don't name the people. You don't have to name the people in case it's on the record, and then like you have to go back. True. So instrumentation.
Instrumentation. So say I did the album right now. Instrumentation would definitely be. I definitely want keys wise. I want a broad like spectrum of sounds. So I definitely want to like implement like those old vintage synths. Like the old Moogs, the Prophets, the Junos. I want to kind of.
You sound like kind of what I'm on right now, because I'm.
Yeah. Like this, the warm like analog sounds. Whatever I do, I'm recording it on an acoustic piano. I haven't played one of those in a long time, man. I miss it. I miss it. So acoustic piano. Yeah, man, guitar, maybe like electric and acoustic, bass and drums. Nothing crazy.
So just 4-piece.
Probably
4-piece, no.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
Mm-hmm. Horns, maybe. But then again, it depends on the style I want to do.
Yeah.
And it depends on if I want to do like an instrumental album or like if I want, it to be a vocal thing too. I feel like it'd be a mix of both.
Okay. So you collaborate with the vocalist and like would you like write the lyrics or like, hey, this is the song, here's the concept, you write it?
I feel like I would get with a really dope singer-songwriter that knows how to write lyrics. Be like, I trust you, go. And I mean, I would like maybe workshop it and be like, change this phrase around, let's change this melody around. But like, I'm not a huge songwriter as far as lyrics.
Right.
I've tried and it's cool, but that's not my niche.
I get it.
I like to stick with what I'm comfortable and what I like doing, what I'm really good at, which is producing and making music, making melodies and all of that. But yeah, I would just kind of relinquish that power to somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. Got you.
And so since we're on the subject of that, modern folk.
Yes. I was listening to that 2 days ago, man.
Yeah, man. So tell the people about that project.
Bro, that was a project that I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
Me and Lyric, shout out to Lyric Foster.
Lyric Roche, artist name.
Lyric
just in
Roche,
case you're
artist name.
looking it up. But yeah.
Man, so we met 2013.
Okay.
13 or 14. Before we went to Boston, we did the city music thing together. So we got the same scholarship. So we started writing music in school. Not even officially writing, but like I would have ideas like, hey, I got this cool piano thing. See if you hear some. Same thing we just talked about, like, like I'm just doing the music, see if you can throw some words on top of it. So we had a couple of ideas that we did over the years, but we never did anything with it.
Yeah.
Had everything in my voice notes. Still got voice notes from 2012, bro.
Oh, wow.
I'm a hoarder when it comes to voice notes, bro.
Hey, bro. Who knows, man? There might be some.
Yeah. No, it's some gems in there, man, that I want to reach back and kind of. That's why I feel like doing the album will be kind of easy because I have so many dope ideas in my phone and on my laptop. I just have to format and make into actual songs. Yeah. So we did that. I would just, when COVID hit in 2020, I was like, yo, we talked about it before 2020. We were like, yo, we got to do something with these songs. We got some really good songs that we just need to put out. It was never the right time. We were both busy. She was busy doing her thing. I was busy doing my thing. But when quarantine happened, it was kind of the perfect time. Nobody was busy. So I was like, I know you ain't busy. I'm not busy. So let's like put this joint on wax and put it out. That's what we did. She came over to the crib a couple times. We had a couple sessions and really formatted the songs. We arranged it. She threw some backgrounds, harmonies, and did all the songwriting. I learned a lot from her in that process too, because I kind of got a peek into her brain and how she works, which is really interesting. When she does backgrounds, she doesn't really think as far as like harmony. She thinks like melody. Like her backgrounds. If you listen to the album.
Yeah, tell people about the scape of the album. Like if you could describe it like in a sentence or two.
Man, it's acoustic, it's folky, it's big lush strings, but it's also very minimal. We have one track that has a Logic session is maybe like 150 tracks. Something just
all right, Jacob.
Stupid. It's something crazy. Yeah. Something just way too much. And then we have another track. The last track 5, is 3 tracks. It's her lead, a couple backgrounds, and then guitar, a little bit of keys. Man. So it's everything. It's like a huge scope of sound, but it's kind of in that acoustic, folky realm.
It's good, bro. I enjoy it. I got to listen back at it. Thank you. Bro. What is the worst thing that has happened to you at a gig? Or the worst gig that you've had? Because I know you got some stories.
Oh, man. I have a story. You
have a story? All right, go ahead.
I got a story.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, no, I have a better one. I got a better one.
All right.
So I'm doing a corporate gig in Boston. It's at like a club. And in Boston, there's some dope clubs in Boston. Big stage, open dance floor. Packed dance floor, by the way. Everybody's on their feet moving around, dancing to the sound of the Sugar Babies music. Yeah, that was the name of the band. Sugar Babies. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And the band leader calls the Lauryn Hill joint.
Girl, you know you better watch it.
That song.
That thing.
No, doo-wop.
Doo-wop in
that thing.
Parentheses that thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, you're right.
Go ahead.
But I'm also right.
Lauryn Hill has come up so much on this podcast. Lauryn Hill has come up like 3 times on this podcast.
Really?
And I did not think that was going to be where this was about to. I was like,
out of all the artists,
Lauryn Hill is.
Hey, shout out to Lauryn Hill, man. So band leader calls that song. You know, it's Keyz up top. I started off, but that morning I ate some Mexican food.
Oh no,
some really good Mexican food. But the guac
was good at the time.
The guac was a little brown, but just a little bit. Like not enough to be like, eh. It was enough for me to look at it twice, but not enough to be like, I shouldn't eat that. Ate it anyway. Felt fine up until doo-wop. Bro, when doo-wop came around, I said, pink, 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 pink. Bro, my stomach had the worst knots. I felt nauseous. I had to leave. I jumped off. I didn't even go down the stairs they had, bro. I literally jumped. And you can ask anybody out there. I jumped off stage, ran to the bathroom, threw up everything, bro.
Oh no!
And it was so frustrating too because these 2 dudes came in and they were like, "Oh, he's having a good night," because they were drunk. They were like plastered.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
And I'm like, bro, please get out of my face right now, bro. Like I'm going through it. So I'm in the bathroom,
and the song's still going.
The song's still going. I'm not sure how they're pulling that off without Keyz, but yeah, man, caught food poisoning in the middle of a gig. I probably came back to the next song. Staggered back onto the stage. That was tough. That was a tough.
That's rough.
Yeah, man.
That's bad.
Yeah, first time I ever had food poisoning. First and last time.
And
man, those were some.
I've had a couple of times. I'm like, maybe I should have gone before I started. And I'm like, how long to the next break?
Those moments too.
How long to the next break?
I had one of those moments during Key Sweat.
No, not on that stage.
But like, I actually left and used the restroom. Came back because like
you had a lot of keyboard players on that gig, though.
Bro, way too many. I can talk about it now, but like it's way too many. I mean, bro, we had not even a lot of keyboard players, but a lot of keyboards. We had 9 boards on stage at all times. I was playing 2. My boy to the left was playing 2. The bass player had a keyboard. He had 2 keyboards.
That's overkill.
As well as his bass, and then the MD Reese. Did he play either 3 or 4? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Between 9 and 10 boards on stage at all times.
Y'all could have solidified that a little bit better.
Not my gig.
I know. Yeah. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, bro. Like my dad, man, you taking any solo? I was like, this is not my gig. Or like, oh man, why don't they know anything about? I'm like, bro, this isn't my show. It's not my show. That's what I say. Do what you want. They gave me the list. I show up. That's not my gig.
Yeah. But how do you like? What was that balance of like when you come into a gig or a show, like, and are you the type of person that kind of insert yourself and be like, what if we try this? If you don't agree with something, are you like that person to kind of take that initiative, or are you like kind of a speak when spoken to and take the backseat?
It depends on how good of a rapport I have with these people. If it is somebody very new, and if it is somebody who I think is like, you're up there, and I'm just glad that y'all. If it's like I'm just glad that y'all called me, sort of deal. Yeah. Now I'll try my best not to say something, and every now and then, like, I'll interject, especially if things are going like left to left. Then I'll be like, hey, maybe we should try this. Yeah. But if it's, I very much insert myself as an MD. I very much do.
Are we able to talk about that? We have time to talk about that? Like,
bro, we have all the time in the world,
okay,
bro.
Word.
We have all the time in the world. If you want to talk, bro, if you got time, I got time.
I got time, bro.
All right, let's do it, man.
Out here an hour away from my crib, man. I'm about to talk.
Hey, bro, I'm not mad at it.
Let's go. Yeah.
But but like, I've been told that I'm a bossy person. If I am, then I am. But like, I very much I insert myself as an MD sometimes, or like I'm like, hey, or even if it's not necessarily if it's going bad, but I'll look at the list and I'm like, if you switch these 2 songs, that can segue into this perfectly. And this ending right here is better than this. So we should maybe try it like that. I don't know if it's like a Keyz player thing, because like every situation that I've been in, especially if it's like a new band, it's just like, okay, well, I know this. Like, hey, do it like this, right here. Like it's always like you kind of automatically insert yourself to be an MD.
That's true. I feel like it kind of falls on the keyboard player's shoulders, though. I feel like a keyboard player is a perfect instrument to be an MD.
Yeah.
I mean, you can MD from other instruments, and I've seen it happen, but like I feel like we're the only instrument where we can keep playing with one hand.
That you know too, I mean? And plus we know what's going on harmonically as well. Yeah. Not to say that other musicians don't, but I mean, like, I think it's just knowing the format. It just feels like it falls into place. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you think makes a good MD though? Because I have this conversation a lot with people. Like, and people.
Good MD, knowing the music for one thing. Mm-hmm. I remember someone told me, like, as an MD, you need to know everybody's parts. Yep. Like, back and forward. That makes a good MD. And I think knowing what the context of the gig is. And knowing like the artist. Or if you're not the artist, like knowing so like, say I'm playing with an artist that wants to keep it in the box, right? But we can do just a couple of things. Hey, like, oh yeah, maybe we'll do like just this. Like, say if you're working with an artist, like, okay, keep it like let's not do too much, but we can add just a little bit. Yeah. Hey, let's do this walk up right here. Let's do so. I think that's good. That. So just knowing how to translate it, knowing how to translate ideas effectively, it's definitely communication. Yeah, communication is a big part of it. Knowing the music and knowing like who you're working with. I think that's a good start to being a good MD.
And I think my thing to add to that would be the communication piece. Because, like, of course, knowing everybody's part, knowing your part, obviously, but knowing how to communicate to everyone in a way where, like, it's being received well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, not being a butthole when you try to tell somebody something. Like, not coming across arrogant. Like, knowing how to get your point across without, while still while people still have respect for you. Yeah. I think what makes a good MD is, like, people just like you. I feel like you got to be a likable person. I feel
it does help. MD. It does help.
Like, I feel like that separates like good, like the Adam Blackstones and the A-list MDs from the people that aren't getting as much work. Is like they're probably really good people. Yeah, they're probably just nice people to be around. They know how to communicate, and they give you the freedom to. They give you a voice. I know at my church. When I MD, like I always, not always, but sometimes I'll be like, so I'll give them the broad scope. I'm like, hey, I want this part to I don't know, get a little more intense. What do y'all think we can do to make that happen?
So you're very conversational with your, you get a lot of input.
Even though because sometimes I really don't know exactly what should happen, but I know what it should feel like. I know this part should be here and this part should be here, but like how I'm gonna ask them like how y'all think we should get there. I want them to have that, freedom to be like, oh, I have a voice, and it ain't just like whatever you say goes.
When I do that with my group, when we're like rehearsing for something specific, I kind of do that. But if it's like, because a lot of times, like these R&B club gigs, sometimes you're not meeting the musicians until you get there. True. But like, and a lot of it is like kind of on the spot. Yeah. Some stuff like like everyone knows, like on Rock With You, everyone knows when you go to the bridge, everyone hits that dun. Everyone knows that. Yeah. Everyone knows on Ain't Nobody on the second verse, 6 down 5 1 4. Everyone kind of knows that sort of stuff. But so some stuff is just like, all right, yeah, do the thing. But I be on the spot. I be spontaneous. Sometimes it works. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't. And I'll admit, like, hey, I had an idea. It didn't.
But at least now you know to not do it again.
Or I know to translate it better, or try to communicate it better. Yeah. But no, being an MD, and but it also it depends on the type of show, depends on the type of gig. Yeah. But I enjoy doing it, but also I enjoy not doing it. I enjoy sitting back. And like, because after doing it for so long and just like, okay, I can just sit back. But sometimes it's hard. Like, you ever find yourself like you're not the MD, but it's just like, no, that's not gonna work. Man. It's like, maybe we shouldn't do it like that.
Oh man, yes, absolutely.
Or maybe we should.
Yeah, and we could talk after this too, because I don't want to name
No,
names.
tell us. No, don't say no names.
Yeah,
but tell the story though.
But I mean, just I would play with this group in Atlanta sometimes.
Dang, you said Atlanta. You already.
I mean, there's a lot of groups in Atlanta.
There's a lot of groups.
There's a lot of groups in Atlanta, but
a lot of groups.
Yeah, a lot of groups. And I would.
It's a broad term.
I mean, I would just see the way it's ran, and I'd be like, man, if you just do this, if you just do this before rehearsals will be so much smoother. If you just do this one thing in this song, the song would flow like you said.
Have we played in this group together? Have we both? Have we both played with this group?
I don't want it.
Isaiah and I actually play with it. There's actually a solid amount of crossover with the amount of people that we played for.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, but
to answer your question, I didn't want to make it obvious, but yes.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna ask any further.
Okay, yes.
But
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, like it's just those little things where it's like, man, if I just, but you don't want to insert your, because I mean, I'm looking at it like I'm an independent contractor. Like I'm not really a part. You're hiring me to play keys. Yeah. Now, the moment you ask me, hey, what do you think? Oh, I'm letting you have it. I'm letting you know everything I got up here because it's a lot. I'm very much so
I'm taking notes the whole time.
Oh man, the whole rehearsal, the whole gig, I'm jotting it down. I'm not gonna forget it. And when you ask me, I'm gonna let you know from a loving place. It might hurt to hear, but I'm gonna let you know. But for certain things, it's like I'm just gonna do this gig because you asked me to do the gig and play keys. You know what I mean?
So what's a pet peeve of yours when it comes to doing gigs or doing rehearsals or working with certain musicians or people or artists? Just a pet peeve in music in general.
A pet peeve.
Let me make sure this is still recording.
Yeah. A pet peeve. I feel you. Yeah, we're good. I think a pet peeve is lateness. People being late. No. Yeah, late and unprepared. I kind of guess I would group those things together. Like not knowing the music. Oh man, the worst thing, man, is when I learn music for gigs. See, it's like a local club gig or whatever. I'm learning all the music, all the things, the whole set list. I got it down. I mean, down. We get to rehearsal, and don't nobody know the music. And I know y'all got it at the same time I did. We all in the same group chat.
We had the same text.
I know when you got the music. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody got their own thing going on, but like when you're unprepared and when you just come to rehearsal not knowing stuff or come to the gig not knowing stuff, and now I got to call numbers, and now I can't play as freely as I want to because now I got to multitask and be like, oh yeah, because
now you have to feed this person the song.
I'm not gonna let you go down because we're on the same team. So if I let you go down, then we sound bad as a band. So I feel like I have the moral obligation to make sure you get through this bridge. I don't want to because I feel like you have the same responsibility as I have of learning this music. You know what I mean? But that's my pet peeve.
Yeah, it's one I definitely get that too. Being late and not knowing the stuff is like, bro, you couldn't do. Now there's one thing if it's like, hey, because I've been there. I'm like, bro, I look to the bass player like, yo, tell me the bridge real quick. Yeah. I think I know it, but tell me the bridge. If you know 90% of the stuff, that's fine. But I definitely, bro, I get that too because I be early at gigs. I be early at gigs and rehearsals.
Same. I don't like. I'm a very prompt person, and I don't
except for when you come to the Major Keyz podcast.
Well,
did we say around 12 or did we say 12?
I know the first time
I think it was
around 12.
I think today was a hard 12. But
I think today was a hard 12. But I mean, you got me out here in Jerusalem, so
you live in Jerusalem.
No, I live.
Who else lives where you live?
A lot of people, bro. The East Side is where it's at, man. You are out here, bro. You are out here. You can't lie. You out here. But
the Major Keyz shoots live in Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, wherever that is.
Still not Kennesaw. It's still not.
I mean, you right down the street,
bro.
But I feel like we all have those moments where we're unprepared. But I feel like if it's a constant thing where you're always showing up late, you're always unprepared. You know, it's like, bro, come on, or sis, come on. We're all, come on. You know, what I mean?
Let's.
If you, my thing is, if you accept the gig. Also, another pet peeve is when people complain about the gig.
Right, you accepted it. You know how much it pays. You know how much. Here's a pet peeve of mine. When people ask me to do stuff, but hey, are you free Friday for what? Free Friday for what?
That should have been my number one.
That's a big one. When people come to me and I'm like, what are the details?
Bro, it's crazy. I see you getting mad because I feel the same way.
Bro, because it's like, hey, man, you want to, hey, bro, you want to, you free on Saturday to do this gig? What kind of gig? What's the vibe? How long am I supposed to be playing? How much does it pay? Dates and rates.
Dates and rates. Those are the big two.
Those are the main things.
Those are the big two. Everything else you can tell me leading up to the gig, but like the initial response, the date and the rate, let me know.
Dates and rates are the most important because it's like time. Dates includes time.
Yeah, we'll put time.
So and then rates, like how much is it paying? But when you're like, yo, we got this gig, it pays such and such. Oh yeah, it's in Birmingham, or like somewhere ridiculous. Or no, not even Birmingham. Birmingham's 2 hours away, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Oh yes, in Florida,
and you gotta provide
on a Saturday night, like we provide the hotel.
You gotta have 6 rehearsals before then. I forgot to tell you that.
No.
And if you, yeah, bro. And that's why it's so refreshing when someone reaches out to you and says everything in one breath.
I try my best to do that. Go ahead.
Same.
Go ahead.
And the reason I say that is because that happened to me recently, and it's crazy how much you don't realize how things are bad until someone does it right. I got reached out to by this dude. It's a church. And this dude reached out to me. One text. He said, "Hey, here's the service time. Here's the pay. 1 rehearsal. 3 to 4 songs.
Yes. Yes.
Are you available?" And I'm like, wow, this has never happened before.
Like, you don't have to dig for answers. That's the best too, because that's what I try to do when I'm telling. Like, it'll be a long text, but you can't tell me that I didn't tell you what was going on.
Exactly.
Or sometimes I'll be like, hey, I'm not sure about rehearsal times yet. I got to see availability.
Right.
But I'm like, but we should try to knock it out in like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's. Mm-hmm. Just do that,
bro. I feel like that's the most considerate thing to do, because I'm not able to make a decision if you don't give me everything. Because I see it like you're each gig is like a job to me. And
yes.
Like, say you go on LinkedIn to find a job, you know what I mean? It's not gonna just be like, hey, here's a job posting.
It's like, where? What am I doing? How about, like,
you know what I mean? Like, what's your preferred rate? Like, they give it to you. So like, if I'm treating everything like a job, I'm not going to say yes to a job that I don't know what I'm signing up for. So please, musicians out here, please, when you reach out to us and any musician, please give us as many details as you can provide. Because I mean, sometimes
and clients
too, Because sometimes you can't provide every detail. Like, sometimes I feel like I reached out to you for that play gig, and there was one detail I remember because it was eating me up actually.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, I can't tell the whole band. Like, I think it was the time.
Okay, yeah.
It was a time. I gave you the rate. I gave you where it was. I gave you it was a play. Here are the number of songs we're playing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the just the time of the play.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. But I feel like that was enough for like people to make an educated decision. And even the drummer Jamar, he was like, yeah, bro, I'm down, but just let me know about the time when you get it.
I'm like, yeah, because I might have something to do that day. Or like if someone hits me up, if it's like a 12 to 2, that means I can still play it.
Exactly.
Whiskey Mistress. Man, that whiskey, it's just funny like that I say Whiskey Mistress, but a couple of months ago, man, Isaiah saved my life.
I'm your friend. I'm your friend for real,
bro. Isaiah's my friend
for
real.
Really your friend, man.
Isaiah saved my life. So,
man,
I did this great gig, right? High. I'm on a high.
Mm-hmm.
I did that gig, and then that morning, I went to South Carolina. Got done early, too. Another bag, secured.
Feeling great.
I'm like, this weekend I'm gonna buy me something so ridiculous. I'm gonna anyway, or oh man, you know what? Let me top it off. I got asked to do this one gig. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? I'm already here. I can make time and location. I was like, so she told me that, and like I had the location for the other gig, and I was like, there's enough time for me to make it. Not cutting it close, but like if I have like where I can make it to the next location and still have an hour or an hour and a half without worrying about getting there right on time, then I can take it. Yeah. If it's too close, if the gig is 30 minutes away, like say like if I have a gig that ends at 4, but the next gig starts at 5 and it's 30 minutes away, most likely I may not take it.
Yeah,
just because it's
close,
now if it's like 5:00 for sound check and we start at 6, I got you.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to be like, oh, we're waiting on Zach because he got stuck. And I don't like that. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. But anyways, I get to the last gig. I have my Modi X8. Love the keyboard, Yamaha, if y'all want to sponsor, or Sweetwater Guitar Center, anyone who wants to sponsor the podcast. That joint is not turning on. I plug that thing in, and I'm like, oh, no. I got it in the wrong power strip. Let me just... Or maybe it's like the extension cable that I have. No, this is... Because I'm there early.
You're in denial.
I'm there early. I was actually waiting in the parking lot, and I was like, well, I might as well just go in and set up. I'm early. That thing is not turning on.
That's a terrible feeling.
This is Saturday night, by the way, guys. Everybody that I know be working. Now, January, that's different, but this was in November. This is everyone, most likely people are working, or if they're not, it's by their own choice.
Yeah.
I'm calling everybody. So like, I know I can't call. I can name names because they're going to be on here, and they're my friends. Okay, I call Emmanuel Smith. I call Chops. No. I know I can't call him because I know he's at a wedding.
Yeah.
I know he's at a wedding, so I can't call him. I call Eric Tolliver. I'm like, bro, you like, are you near Whiskey? I call him. I call Kennedy Avery. She's not in the state.
Striking out.
I'm like, it's like. No. I'm like, do you have a cable or do you have a keyboard that I can use? I call another keyboard player. He didn't answer. It sounded like he was probably on a gig. He was because he texted me. Because he texted me afterwards. He's like, "Oh man, how's it going, bro?"
Terrible.
Thanks for asking now. I call Isaiah Hill. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on, bro?" He's going, "Hey man, what you got going on?" "Hey man, I'm just sitting on the couch." And it wasn't even like, "Oh, I'm sitting on the couch and like the like things are going bad." Like, "Oh man, the baby, the wife's now sitting on the couch."
It was
straight.
It was a chill night.
Chilling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm in my drawers, bro. I mean, like. I
popcorn and wine,
bro. Chilling, like having a great set, like not working by my choice.
Oh,
yeah. What up, man? What's going on?
With man, me.
But I heard the stress in your voice, though. But go ahead.
But I'm like, bro, my keyboard is not turning on. Please tell me, like, how far are you away? I think I might have calculated it because I have your address saved. I was like, I might have calculated how far away you were. But I'm like, bro, can you please bring me like a power cable or like a keyboard? Because my Modi X8 is not turning on. And he's like, my keyboard is in the shop, or like my keyboard isn't really working that great. But I've got this MIDI board. And because I was kind of doing all that out of town kind of stuff, I had my laptop with me. Right. And I had a good old aux cable in.
That's all you need, man.
That's all I need.
That's all you need.
He brought me a MIDI. He brought me a MIDI board. For those who don't know, MIDI board is like a keyboard, but like you have to plug it into a computer to use. Yeah. So he brought me
an
that.
Adapter and
the
because you'd have been SOL without that. Because I think
your
laptop was USB-C.
Yeah. But I had the cable. I think I didn't end up using yours. I may not have ended up using yours, but either way, because the new Macs have different cableage. So cableage. Yeah. And thankfully the artist, she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, can we start 15 minutes late?" I was like, "Absolutely."
Oh, word. That's
but thankfully this was someone who I had played with before. Okay. This would have sucked if I had never played with her. Let me go before then, because I was about to when I realized that my cable's not working, I jet to Guitar Center. I call them on the way. "Hey, do y'all have the cable for the Modi X8? "No."
Why don't you? Oh, they don't have it on the floor. They probably
they don't have it on the floor because Guitar Center's customer service is great. I love Guitar Center. You want to, hey,
Guitar Center, yeah,
we love Guitar Center.
Come through Guitar Center.
We love Guitar Center, but like they didn't have it, and that's when I started calling folks. But anyways, he brought me this MIDI keyboard with like 3 minutes. We're supposed to start at 9:15. He pulls up at 9:10, maybe 9:11, 9:12.
Yeah, man.
I plug in, Rhodesing it up the whole night. The default patch to Logic. I'm Rhodesing it up the whole night.
Good old Rhodes. Every single Rhodes in it.
But I think what had happened was I think like the cable shorted out maybe from the previous gig or something like that. I don't know, but I threw that one away.
Hey man, I've been there before, where your gear just craps out on you and you don't have anywhere else to turn to. That's why, like, even though I was chilling, even though I was probably 35 minutes away, I was like, you know what? That's my dude. He needs this bad.
I do.
And I've been
I had
before.
no other choice.
I've been there before. So like, that's why I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go upstairs. It was a nice MIDI board too.
It worked.
It wasn't the 49. It was like 60 something.
It was the good one. It's like
solid.
the updated version of the one that I have. It's a good. It's a good
innovation. So,
bro, as long as
I was glad to help you out. Honestly, I was like, I'm glad I could just come through.
It's nice to go home and be like, you know what? I am a hero.
I did feel good though. I was like, yeah, I did a good thing today. Today.
Bro, we've saved it in different instances. I know that there are gigs that like we've saved the day, and it's just like, bro, it's what we do.
It's what we do, man. Not all heroes wear capes. Some just have MIDI boards in their cars.
Hey, bro,
and we just help our homies out.
Just happens.
Just happens, man.
Top 3 keyboard players. I'm gonna give the whole thing. So, top 3 keyboard players, like national keyboard players, and then I want you to tell me top 3 keyboard players that you know.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
I like that question. Me and my wife were talking about that the other night. It's like, but like in all musicians, same conversation we had at Papa Do's.
Yeah.
Top 3 that we know.
Yeah.
So top 3 keyboard players alive.
Preferably live.
Preferably. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So in order, or
it actually doesn't matter. You don't have to give it as to not put pressure on you.
So I'm gonna say Corey. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm gonna say Corey Henry. I'm gonna say Antoine Walker.
Okay. I don't think I'm hip to Antoine Walker.
Antoine is he's
what's his vibe?
He's churchy, but he's also jazzy. Mm-hmm. But he's also he can do it all. And I'll get my third one, but I'll just say this. Remember Pals, the Musician Monday at Pals?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was a jam session in Atlanta, like one of the dope ones. It was like Apache and it was Pals. Apache was on Wednesday night, Pals was on Monday night. And Antoine was in a house band. And I would just see him Monday after Monday, like just going for it. Like he's fearless. I would say that. I think my favorite musicians are fearless. They're not afraid to just go for it.
Got you.
And I would see him go for it. Like some things he would land, some things he won't. But I'm like, he has the fearlessness to just try it.
Yeah.
And I respect that about him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cold. So yeah, Corey
Henry,
Antoine, and keyboard players.
Last national, like naturally.
National. Let's go with. Hey, should I go with him? I don't know if I want to go with him. The third one is always hard. Only 3.
I'm trying to keep it at 3. If you happen to have like 4, I'm not gonna do 5. No. But like if you happen to have 4, I'll let you do 4.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Travis Sales. Travis Sales.
I know who Travis Sales is.
2 New York guys.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Ice cold. Yeah.
He's cold. Tell me who he's played with or who he plays with.
Travis.
Because I know who he is. I'm hip to
him. I know he was with. Was it Ariana Grande? Chris Brown? I don't know.
Those are 2 good ones to be with.
He either did both of them or one of them or like none of them at all, or maybe I made it up.
But Travis Sales is he's dope. He's dope. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But like as far as who I know,
top 3 keyboard players you know
that I know, man. I'm hard when it comes to keyboard players. I know, man. I'm tough on keyboard players in general. You know what I mean? But that
why?
Probably because I play the instrument.
Oh yeah.
Probably because I just play keys and I have I don't know. Dang man, I'm not gonna lie. It's all right. Let me think. Let me go from Berkeley. Then I'm gonna go to Atlanta. Berkeley had a lot of dope piano players.
If you have to do 5, you can do 5.
Adrian, I'm gonna go Adrian Forbes.
Adrian Forbes, awesome.
Adrian is he's cold. And then I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to think about cats that I've heard play, and I'm like, dang, bro, you are like really special. I'm gonna go Stephen Freeman.
Okay, I know of who he is.
Yeah, Stephen Freeman, and one more. That's tough. That's a really tough one. That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
That third one is always tough.
Man.
That third one is always tough. And I'm trying to give you someone that you may know as well. Just something.
It doesn't. I mean, like, if I don't know them, it's all good. I mean, like, because hey, shout out people that are next up. Give them their props. So that's why I wanted to. So that's why I like give me 3 that everyone kind of knows or everyone most likely knows, and then shout out your homies that are dope.
So there's this cat, and when I met at Berkeley, his name is Kingston Taylor or Kingston Tyler. He is really dope.
Okay.
He's dope. He's jazzy. He's also churchy, and he can stretch too. Like he's played some things that I've been like really just mesmerized over.
Yeah,
he's dope.
Gotcha.
He's a little older than me at the time, so he may be like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Gotcha.
I don't know what he's doing at this point. He's not really on social media like that.
Yeah,
I gotta show you some clips though. Like he's
killing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He's real dope.
All right, supergroup. This is like we're wrapping up, but supergroup. So you have a party, or like this is just a dream concert of yours. What's your dream lineup? Keys, bass, guitar, drums, horns if you want to put them on there.
Okay. Horns
is optional. Horns and aux is optional.
Okay.
And then vocals.
No,
so at least 4 piece and vocals.
So if I'm gonna do a super group, I'm a
No. This is unlimited budget. Everybody's available.
Yeah.
Anybody who you can think of.
Yeah. So horns for sure. I'm doing Good Times Brass Band because they're just killing it.
Gotcha.
They're like the Avengers of horns. Definitely them. And I'm kind of going from top down. I'm not even talking rhythm section. Definitely Good Times Brass Band. I'm going drums. I'm going Josh Foster.
Oh, these. So you're going with people that you know?
No,
for the most part.
No, just.
Oh no, just Josh Foster on drums.
Yeah, but like we said before, I feel like
bro Josh Foster on drums, man. Our friends
are some of the
dope.
coldest, bro. Like I feel like Josh Foster's the coldest drummer in the world. I'm not even saying that because he's my friend. I'm saying that because I've heard him play things that are just like extraterrestrial.
That's fair. That's
and probably because I
that
lived
is
with
a
him too.
That is a not unfair thing to. I'm not gonna argue on that because he absolutely is
crazy.
He's very cold.
Josh Foster. Ooh, Papa Bear Johnson. Paul on bass. You know Paul.
You asked me this and I still don't know him. I still don't know him.
He's so cold, man. I gotta show you some clips. I gotta show you some clips. I met him at Berkeley. Paul on bass. People know him as Papa Bear though. But
yeah.
I ain't finna call you Papa Bear.
I wouldn't.
Paulie. That's on bass. Guitar. I'm having 2 guitar players.
Nah, change your roles. Go ahead.
I'm having I definitely want maybe these are all people I know.
I was crazy. Like, yeah, I mean like if they happen to be people you know, go ahead. But I was thinking in the like unlimited, like almost like a this is never gonna happen sort of situation.
Dang, okay, so in that case, I'm going double bass. Oh. I'm going okay. So if I'm doing a concert, I'm gonna do an intermission. I'm gonna do. No, I don't want to do that. It's boring. So I'm gonna keep Paul.
This is the same lineup the whole show. Like this isn't like a first half and then this is like
I was trying
like
to
let's kind of contain it here.
I'm going Elijah on guitar. He's in the city.
Elijah Whittingham.
Yeah, he's one of the coldest I've met and played with. Keyz. I'm on Keyz. I'm not gonna miss out because I feel like if I'm if I'm in the audience and I hear it, I'm gonna want to play.
All right, well, who's okay? So say you're on aux, like just so you're up there, but who would you put as main keys?
I'll play aux. I'll play aux on main keys. Ooh, on main keys, I'm going with. Who do I go with? I'm going Glasper on main keys.
Got you.
I'm going Glasper on main keys.
Glasper, Elijah, and Josh Foster.
I'm on aux. I want an organ player too.
Aux would. Oh, okay. So you're gonna. All right, go ahead, bro. Who do you want to organ?
Corey on organ.
Corey on organ. So Robert,
crazy.
Robert, Corey, and you.
Me on aux.
You're just like I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here. I'm here. Hey,
yeah,
you.
I'll just play a bell.
J-pop, baby.
Nah, for real. I just want to be on stage. Who are they accompanying? They're going to accompany some singers. I want PJ up there.
PJ Morton.
I want PJ up there. I want Layla. Hathaway up there.
Got you. I said one of each, but you know what? That's a super.
It's unlimited budget, man.
It was still one person per instrument. I mean, like, so it's not unlimited.
Okay,
like,
so
we have like
all right. So PJ,
the back line is only but so much.
No, it ain't. Hey.
I mean, like it can't be.
Hey, with Keyz said we had 9 keyboards.
That is all back line.
Yeah, bro. Back line probably.
Sir looked at y'all like. Bro, what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing?
I mean,
like,
6?
oh yeah, do y'all have 9 motifs at one time? Golly, guys.
Yeah.
But okay, so Josh Foster, Paul Johnson on bass, Elijah Whittingham on guitar, Corey, Rob, you, and PJ. If he wants to get on, and then Good Times Brass Band, which is Mike Burton, Melvin Jones, and
Will. Yeah, William.
Man, that's a good group. All right, man. Last thing. What do you want to leave the people with? This could be like a quote, words of motivation, anything. Like what do you want to, or it could just be something that you want to get off your chest. It could.
No, I feel like I got everything off my chest. So just motivation, something that helped me when I was kind of in a certain place. I was comparing myself a lot, like a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was seeing all my homies on the road and doing their thing, and I kind of got depressed. So I guess I would say don't compare yourself to people, but be inspired by people. It's a fine line, though, between being inspired, being like, oh, yeah, I want to do that, and the other side of it is like, oh, I want to do that, but why? You know what I mean? I'm not there yet.
Right.
So yeah, I would just say don't compare yourself, because that's gonna put you in a really dark place. I was in a dark place for a long time, man. I couldn't be happy for a lot of my friends. I wanted to, but I wasn't happy with where I was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
I get it,
like,
bro.
Dang, I'm only playing at church. I'm only doing these little club gigs. I see all my homies, you know, playing with these artists, releasing records. I'm like, dang, why can't I do that? But you know, I really had to understand that, you know, God had a plan for me. He had a bigger plan for me. Not even bigger than their plan, but we have our own unique plans.
Everyone's path is their path.
Yeah, man. So don't compare your path to somebody else's path, is what I would say.
I got you, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool, man. Appreciate it. Socials for the people out there?
Yeah. What is it? Isaiah_Malik Music on IG. That's the only one I'm on. Don't reach out to me on Facebook. I'm not going to see it. Not on Twitter. So yeah, just
hey, man,
IG,
Instagram, wherever they can find you, man. You
know, I thought about getting TikTok, but I don't need another app to be addicted to.
Bro, TikTok will have you scrolling. But I found a lot of cool things on TikTok. But
they reposted on Instagram, so I feel like I kind of got best of both worlds.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
Hannah Montana.
What?
Best of both worlds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, let me not, like.
I don't know. My brain went to, is it Future? Hannah Montana.
Oh, wow. You went.
Why did my brain go there?
Whew. And that was Migos, Hannah Montana.
Atlanta. You know.
Yeah. But it's okay. Comparison. I like that. Yeah, bro. This has been the Major Keyz Podcast with Isaiah Hill. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.